Greetings, guests, colleagues of HPCL and viewers joining us from across the organization. Today we explored the dynamic world of marketing strategy and business development. Welcome to another episode of HP Unplugged, where we highlight the driving force behind HPCL's market positioning and growth initiatives. In this episode, we have the privilege of learning from Shri Kanuru Srinivas, our Executive Director, Marketing Strategy and Business Development. With a career spanning over 3 decades, Shri Srinivas brings a wealth of experience and a strong academic background. He has worked in almost all marketing SBUs of HPCL, including retail, LPG, lubes, industrial and consumers, and aviation. His journey from joining HPCL in 1988 to becoming the Executive Director of Marketing Strategy and Business Development reflects his commitment to excellence. Join us as we delve into HPCL's strategic initiatives, witnessing the innovative approaches and meticulous planning that enhance HPCL's market presence and business growth. Hello sir, and welcome to HP Unplugged. Sir, how are you feeling?
Absolutely fine, Mr. Rito. First of all, let me say thank you to you for calling me here and spend a little bit of time with you and the entire probably people who are going to watch this.
Thank you, sir. Actually, we are extremely grateful that you could find time from your busy schedule and agree for an interview so that we can, percolate your message to the audience that we have, everybody who is watching this. So the first question that I would like to ask is, you have a very vast experience in sales and you have worked in a lot of SBUs, like you have worked in retail, LPG, lubes, industrial and consumer and aviation. And your experience is gold for all the sales officer who are working across the various SBUs. So how has your diverse experience in these areas influenced your approach to marketing strategy and business development?
Well, to start with, I'd like to thank the management of this company for having given me this opportunity to work in various business units. My career started way back in 1988 in the month of May. And wherein after about initial 6 months of training, I have been deputed to Ministry of Petroleum, a body called Petroleum Conservation Research Association, which basically takes care of the energy conservation measures to be deployed among various sectors, that is industrial, agricultural, transport and domestic. The interaction with in different segments on this trade has given me huge confidence. And when you probably interact with the industry honchos or maybe the end users, it gives a different, I can say the confidence altogether. And from there, I think I have gone to technical services, which prima facie, deals with the original equipment manufacturers, getting approvals, conducting seminars. Then from there, I went to industrial and consumer sales, which again probably brings back to the basic thing of interacting with the industry. And then went to retail, then subsequently to LPG, then to retail again, then to consumer. The point what I want to make here is, it's all the while through the entire my 36 years of the service in this corporation, it has been quite a wonderful experience interacting with the end consumers. Here we produce the product, we market the product, but while market you interact with the end consumers. I think that gives a great confidence for an individual, as well as probably the output what is required in the market dynamics which is prevailing will can easily come when probably you have been successful in having this approach.
Okay, so the next question is, the sales roles often come with unique challenges and opportunities. So can you share a particularly challenging sales project you managed and how you overcame the obstacles?
In fact, I can relate very many, but among the very many, I'll pick up about 3 experiences what I had. One in Esther years, one somewhere during the middle of my career, and then one in the recent past, where I handled aviation. Esther years I can probably share was the the experience what I had when I was a regional manager in Pune, wherein we had huge number of OEMs which are positioned at Pune, and working in Pune is just like a dream come true for anybody in the company. And that time it was an integrated regional office handling both consumer and loops. And so the loops was a part of consumer, and our focus was always to see that, I think, how do we get the, place ourselves in all the OEMs, right from the stage where we get approvals and then to the consumption of the product in the assembly line or maybe in the other manufacturing lines. So one of the challenges what I took up was Bajaj Auto Limited. Today you see that same oil, what in the service field, what we call a Bajaj engine oil. In fact, the genesis of this has happened during my time in Pune. Bajaj Auto Limited had got up 3 units in Maharashtra. That time it was the Asia's largest two-wheeler manufacturer. Okay. One was at Chakan, second was at Waluj, and third was at Akurdi near our Nigadi Training Institute. So the process involves, to sell a lubricant to Bajaj Auto, it involves getting the approval from the R&D, and then I think making the
their R&D,
their R&D, and then subsequently do the trials, field trials, then finally I think go ahead from them. That is the initial phase wherein you can you get a license, you can get a concurrence from them to supply it to the plants, or plants what I mentioned. And the second phase is about the service fill. When the vehicle goes to service, I think probably we will just leave our bike to service for servicing. What is the oil he fills and other, we never come to know actually. So that is a huge quantum of oil consumption that will be there. So it has taken almost close to about 1.5 years for us. By the time we conceived the product to be used there and went to R&D, initial discussions, then field trials, then got the approval. And after 1.5 years, we have been, I can say that 100% successful, and we have replaced 2 giants in the oil industry. One is Castrol, second is Shell, who have been supplying to Bajaj Auto Limited for almost close to about 25-30 years. Okay. We straight away replaced them, and the order, I think the size of the consumption is somewhere around between 1000 to 1200 KL per month, monthly volume. And then the second phase started of doing up the service fill. After getting confidence about the meeting the factory demand, they gave us an opportunity. Then again, I think we have had enough number of discussions. Then finally, I think we have been successful. It was during the time of Mr. Arun Balakrishnan. We have probably made this dent. And today what you see as Bajaj engine oil, is that genesis happened during that point of time.
That they are still continuing with us?
They are continuing with us. I think probably now a share out has been given. That point of time is 100% with us. Okay. Now a share out has been given to some other, I think, oil companies, as I understand. And the second one is about my stint in direct sales. We have one of the consumers called RSRTC. This is called Rajasthan State Road Transport Corporation, which consumes, I think, huge quantity of diesel. As you are aware, I think probably some commercial terms are offered when we want to sell the diesel to state transport undertakings. Somehow I think we are not able to probably not able to meet the commercial expectations of the customer. We were an existing supplier, the contract was coming to an end, and we wanted to ensure that the business doesn't go. I would like to probably bring the key word called boundary management at this point of time in this interaction. Why? Because that is very key parameter or a key requirement for us to maintain the business in the direct sales and loops, and for that matter, when we go ahead, including retail or LPG or what the case may be, when it becomes completely open market. What I mean to say is, I think the entire team of direct sales, we have probably taken a project of maintaining our business for next 2 years. Okay. I think without probably changing the supplier and without offering any additional commercial benefit to the RSRTC. Okay. That was done at MD level of RSRTC, chairman level of RSRTC, then we went to secretary level in Rajasthan government, and we ensured that we did not lose the business. That is second thing. At about aviation part of it.
This was in which year, sir?
This was way back in 2015 to 17. Okay. Then in my immediate past assignment as ED Aviation, Indian Air Force is one of the core sectors, and I can probably say that I think we have got Indian Air Force in totality has got about close to 60 plus stations, Air Force stations. Okay. Out of which I think majority are, I think almost about 80% are done by IOC, about some 10 to 12% I think are done by, not 10 to more than that are done by BPCL, around 40-16%. And only 2 stations we have, one is Nalia, second is Bhuj, probably you might have heard about that. So right from 1975 onwards, these are only 2 stations with HPCL.
Okay.
So 2019 when I took over, so me and my team sat together and we thought, no, the best way of probably like securing the business and retaining the business is the best way to go into core sector. And the core sector as far as aviation is concerned is Indian Air Force or Navy, all these sectors. So we thought of getting into Indian Air Force, where exactly we have a minimal participation. And then it started I think with meeting the people, then making them to float the tender, because I think for the few stations which were probably closing the like contract terms and
with
all
with
the earlier supplier and all that, and ensure that. And probably it was somehow, I think, I am not very sure about it, how it has evaded us for such about almost 4 decades. But this time we thought we'll almost like manage it every day and all that. And finally, when they floated the tender, out of 10 stations, existing stations of IOC and BPCL, none of the HPCL stations have been tendered. Existing stations of IOC and BPCL which have been tendered, we have been able to secure 5 stations.
Oh, that's great.
And without a single paisa investment.
Okay.
These facilities are already made by IOC and BPC. Now we have to just simply take over the business. And now we have got, we had the cake and ate it too. We had the volume and we had the profitability also.
Okay, that's great.
So this is something I think probably I think from 2 stations from 1975 in 2022 we made it to 7 stations.
Okay.
So those stations are going to be with us for next 5 years. In fact, from the time we got the order, and we made our presence felt in the Air Force. The reception of the customer when we go today was completely different from the reception when I initially went. They used to say you're a small supplier. So that taboo has gone actually. They say considerable supplier. So these are the 3 experiences, and everything was a learning for us actually in every experience. And this business, I think I can say that I think marketing is something you to always have a connect with the people. That's the thing.
So talking about the connect that you spoke about, the next question is a follow-up for that is customer engagement and satisfaction are crucial in sales. So what strategies have you found most effective in building and maintaining strong customer relationship over the years?
Actually, this is the vital, I can say that word what you brought out, customer, in the entire I think business environment. Because he exists, we exist. Because we exist, our refineries exist, or maybe manufacturing installations exist. When we say customer, being with the customer during the tough times is one thing what I think every salesman should learn.
Okay.
Being not exactly when everything is good, you be with him. When he had difficulty, maybe when he requires additional product or additional service, probably you try to back out. Then I think the customer will never, I think, absolutely see you as a, supplier which can
they won't trust us.
Depend on.
Yeah.
That is one thing. Second thing is being proactive with the customer. Being proactive with the customer is one more thing, which I think very much required. It's not a new phenomenon being proactive. It was there from ages together. It is almost for last, I think, 5-6 decades. And third thing is about we call it in marketing something called a blue ocean strategy and a red ocean strategy. Fairly, today's market, I can say predominantly operates on red ocean. When I say red ocean, what I mean is you have a market for a product, potential for a product. There are about 4 suppliers. Everybody tries to take their pie out of the 100 liters potential is there. Somebody says 20 liters, 20% market share. Somebody says 50 liters, 50% market share. Blue ocean strategy is one thing where exactly you probably try to introduce a product which nobody else has got. But the funniest part or surprising part is even a blue ocean strategy when you deploy, after some time it becomes a red ocean strategy
because everybody enters.
Everybody enters the market. So how quickly you can read the nascent, hidden, latent needs of the customer and how do you probably try to react to it is what matters. In a way, maybe development of the product, development of the service, or maybe sometimes the customer also wants to see or wants to know, probably feels how I think we are working, all this how the product testing is being done, all the related things. So when you probably tell him your state of art R&D facilities or product development centers or refineries or installations, You take them and probably because you're investing crores of rupees in this, expanding your entire marketing network and the putting up the latest thing, probably technology. It is required that customers experience that. So probably he may come out with something during that visit to the particular location or particular R&D center, which probably he might be wanting something in his probably the entire product mix what he has wants. He may be wanting something else which probably he has not told so far.
He might not even know.
He might not even know. So you are probably giving a space for him. Yeah. You are giving the arena for him, which probably he is able to identify and then I think do that. And the more probably you get closer to the customer, the better is the business profile or maybe the sustenance of the business is going to be. And typically what we have seen is, at least what I have seen, I can say that, is generally when customer has a problem, maybe with some product or maybe the transporter or maybe with the some sort of quality problem and all that. If our reaction time is very slow, then the customer I think he will not even think second time, third time. And for which you need to probably keep your eyes and ears open. And it has quick reaction. And herein I bring in something called a stakeholders. When I say stakeholders, it's not only the outside stakeholders, including internal stakeholders. So probably we say, quality problem is there, how you interact with your lab, how you interact with the, the other related, centers, and try to give a quick feedback to the customer on usage of product or non-usage of product. It gives a great confidence for him to see that this company I can rely on. And phenomenally, I can say that the success of mine, I can say that, has is, I can, without any qualms, I can mention that. It is because I have a huge rapport with the customers today, in fact. Over the last 35 years and all that. The customers whom I am in touch when I joined the company in 1988, even as late as around a year before I was in touch with them. Because they have also probably expanded in different forums and different verticals, and I have been somehow associated with them in some way or other, in fact. So it gives me a great confidence, gives a great confidence for them also to rely on HPCL, and I have to thank HPCL that probably giving that space for the connect also.
That's good to hear, sir. Yes. You spoke about the connect with your customers and also any memorable experience from your early career that significantly shaped your professional journey. It can be any incident or any kind of relationship that you spoke about, something of that.
How the connect has helped me improve my professional journey, that's what exactly you were asking.
No sir, any experience that you would like to share from your early career that really connected with the professional, something that shaped your thinking and professional journey.
Every segment of the business what I handled was teaching me something. Right from, I can say that the day I joined this company, and of course I think when I was deputed to Petroleum Conservation Research Association, one is about the the interaction with the industry. Gave me things in college in engineering you study something, and the interaction with the industry because when you go there, you are interacting with chief engineers, you are interacting with the who's who in the industry, and while you probably go as a consultant also, you also get to know a lot of things, and which you probably can use elsewhere when you go to similar industry when you visit. Like you go to forging industry, you go to Bharat Forge. While you probably study the things, what exactly the way you have been given the SOP. Beyond that, the experience of the workers, the experience of probably the field engineers, it teaches you something wherein probably you can build up your knowledge base. And when you go to the other industry or maybe some similar forging company, you can see the practices which are happening there and trying to do that. Here what happens is while the industry is getting benefited, you also get benefited. So that it gives a huge confidence when you go to some other industry which is of a bigger size than this industry also, you can probably handle with the with ease these things. Maybe the assignment in direct sales. I can say that I think they connect with the customers, teaches you something on the approach what you need to be follow when you go and solicit a business, and also the commercial terms, how probably various facets of looking at the commercial terms. I can tell you a simple example. I think when I was handling Bajaj Auto, same example what I quoted. When I started doing the trials with HDX Multigrade 2040, that was oil. What we have started trials with Bajaj. And when subsequently we concluded the trials of Bajaj, when it came to the purchase, sort of the stage. So the person sitting on the other side, purchase officer, if I remember his name is Akshay Khaiwale. I think I am just remembering his name.
Okay.
So probably, I think he was, I think probably well equipped with the way I think lubricant is made, what is lubricant base oil, what is an additive, and what is the, like, of course, cost of production he doesn't know. So if I typically go and tell him that no, I can sell this lubricant at 100 rupees, then he will take out, okay, this lubricant, your base oil is X, your additive is Y, and X plus Y constitutes about 90 rupees. Suppose if I go and tell him, I am going to sell you at 100 rupees, if this 2 constitutes about 70 rupees, why are you taking 30 rupees from me for your manufacturing cost? You cannot do that.
Yeah.
So in other words, when he is using the lubricant, what I have learnt is, he himself is aware, like, we have got so many base oils, 500 neutral, 1300 neutral, 150 neutral, LNHVA, HNHVA. What is the base oil to be used for this particular product? What is the additive which is being used for the particular product? And how the probably costing is done? He is aware of the, the pricing, how it is done in India, what sort of basis being taken for in India for the pricing being done. So that taught me, so when you go to the customer, you should be fully aware of this one. Like, you just, I think, go unprepared. It becomes very difficult. Completely shape up yourself. At that point of time, the gadgets today what we have, or the access to technology what we have, we are not having that point of time.
Know your product and
know your product, and know your customer, know your product. And know your product, you should go into that deep, because the customers are others sitting others are more knowledgeable than you.
Okay.
So when somebody is more knowledgeable than you, including your product, I think, probably manufacturing, product, I think, pricing, you should be definitely in a position to you want to tackle him, or you want to see that you work out successfully in the business. You should be having one step above in the knowledge and the entire thing of what exactly your corporation will do to see that the business is in your favor. Facilities, suppose you cannot manufacture in Chennai, can it be manufactured in Silvassa, they can bring down cost and all that. So you should be fully aware of what is going to happen is. If you are not prepared, then it becomes difficult.
So that's a great key takeaway, sir. So everybody who is listening, all the sales officers across the corporation will take this as a key takeaway, that know the business, know the product very well, so that you can impress the customer with your knowledge and can sell the product to him more efficiently. So just on a lighter note, you have worked with various SBUs. So best SBU to work for, according to you, retail, LPG, aviation, direct sales.
Honestly,
one pick you have to take.
Okay. It's a tough question actually, honestly speaking, and all that. All the SBUs what I have worked, one thing is, I think I am basically a salesman.
Okay.
So and everywhere wherever I worked, I am truly a salesman there. Okay. Even when I worked in retail also. So I used to spend maximum number of I can say hours when I was in the field, in the our retail outlets, or with the LPG distributors and worked in LPG, and that too in the field. When I say in the field, it's not in the the AC room of the dealer and all. I used to spend in the island at the forecourt. Interaction with the forecourt, interaction with the delivery boys and customers. They are the people who can give, especially the business, I think, of retail and LPG today. We are talking about it. Out of 44.66 million tons what we sold last year, close to about 36 to 37 million tons is basically petrol, diesel and LPG.
Okay.
That is about 80% plus, 85% plus. And out of this total, I think, turnover of this 44.66 million tons. And there the business is being done through B2B. It's not B2C straight away actually. Okay. Mostly. When that is being done, how to make them engage in the trade is a challenge actually. If you have learned something and you have probably, I can share it today, is what matters is, today retail outlet, probably a dealer, has got very many avenues of, I think, probably making money. He may be having some theatre, he might be having some real estate, he may be having some dealership or something else. Also he is a dealer of HPCL. Where his money he has to put is what is more important. Okay. If he is getting about 15% returns in some other business, he will tend to go there. If he is getting about 15% business in some C&FA of say Nestle or Dabur and all that, he will go there. How do we probably make our dealer and how do we convince him and show him the profitability in this business, and also help him hold his hand and getting the business and all that, and ultimately make the ROI, what exactly, to make him visible to him, then he'll invest it.
So you have to make it more lucrative to him.
More lucrative.
So that he takes money from other business and invests
100% right. And
his time and money to us.
100% right.
Then only the business will grow.
100%. Then only his business grows, we can sell more. Otherwise, I think days have gone by. Probably when I think he used to maintain the outlet. About 30-40 years before, used to have a petrol pump or LPG agency used to be something like society. I think you have some bada admi and all something of that sort. Today is gone. HPCL has got 22,022 outlets.
Yes.
And industry has got over 80,000 plus outlets.
Yes.
When that is the case, and when the things are getting open more day by day, what is required is, I think how do you probably make him engaged in the business is more important. And for which, again I am telling, nothing is absolutely, there is no, I think, secret about this. Spend maximum time in the field. Spend time with the people who make the business for you.
Who matter most.
Who matter most. Your delivery boys. You are probably, like a delivery man in the, like in LPG, or maybe the forecourt, I think when you stand there, interact with a few customers, they will also feel somebody from HPC, somebody is interacting and all that.
They care about the business.
100% right.
They care about you.
It's probably we experience when we go to a hotel.
Correct.
Somebody says, hi, Sudeep, how are you? The manager comes and all that, you are already half sold out.
Yes.
Even though room you don't have any facilities, still you don't complain.
Still, That's
how the human, I think, probably behavior is there. In fact.
Yes. So from this we understand that sales is your passion, and you have been passionate about it all throughout your career. So if given an alternate career choice, what would you take? You don't have an option, you have to take an alternate.
No, I will definitely, I think, tell you. I had an option actually.
Okay.
And I was in fact selected for Short Service Commission in Indian Air Force.
Okay.
My passion is to become a fighter pilot.
Okay.
My passion, I think, in life, I don't know. I think I am really after these dream machines, not the commercial airlines.
The fighter pilot?
Fighter pilots actually. Somehow I think, even I watched a lot of movies on this actually.
Okay.
So, but somehow because of some domestic inconveniences, though I got selected, everything I cleared. I was supposed to go to Bangalore to join the Short Service Commission. But then I think my somewhat domestic inconvenience did not allow me to, I think, go. Then as life would have it, then I probably I landed up in here.
HPCL.
And then of course, I think no regrets. I can probably say that. And thanks to the excellent management, there is no second thought about it. And all my supervisors, all my colleagues, all my subordinates, whenever I started having somebody from deputy manager level in Pune, it was, I think, absolutely, I can say that even today I am in touch with them, in the sense what are the SBUs they are working and all that. We have a connect. We have a connect throughout the last, I think I can say that, I think I must have become a deputy manager somewhere in the year of about 1995-96.
Okay.
Now I can say that almost 28 years, wherever they are.
You have a connect.
I have a connect. And
that's the best part of HPC.
That's, I can absolutely say that. Today for anything, probably anything what they need and all that, they need to do that. They will come back and ask me. And probably they also see, or they have seen, I can say that, I think there are certain couple of things what I should mention here. Why, though the question may be asking about alternate career, I will slightly step back and tell about the HPCL. Two things what I believed was in HPCL during my entire career is start probably looking at the potential for the business. When I say potential for the business, suppose you want to start a hotel here, would be a restaurant in Hindustan, Bhawan. I will come here, do a survey, National Hotel is there, some other hotel is there. How much is the total potential? And whether I can put a restaurant here or not. Okay. And I will not see how much I think he has sold last year, how much he is selling this year. Probably he might not explore the potential for the other markets which have been gone unexplored also. That is one thing. And historicals are required, but as far as I am concerned, historicals are only for sure reference. Once moment you have a plan, you have your potential very clear ahead of you. It may be 100 KL, it may be 1000 KL. And we are in a dynamic market scenario wherein certain products exist for some time, afterwards they fade away. So there is no point in having that as historical and start telling that you have to sell more. So probably you have to articulate yourself with the changing market dynamics and take the current scenario and start doing that. That is one thing. Second is all through, in all my colleagues, I think probably I can say one of the reasons I think why I think I have a connect or they have a connect with me. We continuously talk on profitability. Okay. Continuously talk on profitability. I keep telling them, I think saying that no, this is one thing, a salesman job is not over, just he sells a product. To that extent, I probably used to tell the teams when I worked in retail in South and West also, try to calculate the profitability for your sales area. At least mota. At the end of the month or end of the quarter, you should know you made 1 crore, 2 crores, and all that.
Okay.
That gives a lot of, I think, probably, confidence for you. Yes, I am able to do that. If that numbers don't come, it becomes very difficult actually. So these two things what I believed in. Connect, I think, as I mentioned to you, I think I still have a great connect with all my colleagues who work with me. And I'm going to maintain this connect. Even though when I step out also, I'm going to maintain this connect.
That's a good thing to hear, sir. And this interview has been extremely enriching, sir, especially for, all the sales officers who are working in the field. Like, you have given some great mantras to them to go ahead and, be great in their field and, bring profitability to the corporation. It's great interacting with you, sir, and I really enjoyed this interview. I hope you also enjoyed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming to this show.
I enjoyed as much as you enjoyed, and much more than what you enjoyed, in fact.
Okay.
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. And I have to thank HPCL for this opportunity also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That concludes today's episode of HP Unplugged. We extend our sincere appreciation to Shri Kanuru Srinivas for sharing his invaluable insights and guiding us through this enlightening journey of marketing strategy and business development. The unwavering commitment to innovation and efficiency exemplified by Shri Srinivas serves as a cornerstone of HPCL's success. Until we meet again, stay tuned for more inspiring narratives from HPCL's visionary leadership. Thank you. Namaskar.